So today was the first day of school, and it was okay. I had to wake up early for, what was it, my first class today? I totally just spaced it, painting, and that class is going to bankrupt me. I have to pay for a lot of paint, and for one thing about this big, it's about $28, so not my favorite. And I have to buy a bunch of stuff, canvases, paint thinner, varnish, one brush that's like $58, then we have to get 12 brushes in all, a bunch of canvases. It's going to be a very expensive class. I'm not excited for that. And then I didn't have class again until 5, and I went back to my apartment, because I'm obviously not going to stay at the school for forever, for like 5 hours. And then I left my apartment at 4. The bus picks you up to go to school every half hour. I went out there, right, and 4:30 rolls around, 4:40 rolls around, 4:50 rolls around, right? Doesn't come. I finally called my friend. I'm like, you've got to come get me. I'm going to be late for class. My class starts at 5. It's also in the GT building, which is very, very far away from bus stop. It's like on the other side of the campus. And so I called him and I was like, please come get me, can you come get me? And right as I hang up the phone with him, like 2 minutes later, the bus comes. So, yeah, and then, I get on the bus and me and this girl were just complaining as loud as we possibly could, because, I mean, I think the bus driver should be fined for things like that. I mean, our classes are pretty important, and I was like 10 minutes late getting into class on my very first day of that class. But I can't complain too much because my teacher never showed. I walked into class and everyone's just sitting there and I'm like, is the teacher not here? And they're all, no. And I'm like, yes. And we waited and waited and waited. Finally someone went and talked to the office and no teacher's been assigned our class. That's responsible. And so that was nice, and so we all kind of sat there and I exchanged numbers with someone, you know, because you should always have someone, like a buddy in class, in case you miss a day, they miss a day, etc., etc., and then we left. And then I had lunch with my sister, and after that I went to my health class, which is full of parents, because it's a night class that starts at 7 and goes till 9, and so there were a lot of parents, and everyone's like, yeah, I have 3 kids, because we had to do an introduction. Everyone's like, I have 3 kids, I'm married for 6 years, oh, full-time job, doing this part-time. And so when it got to me, I was like, no kids, I have no spawn, I'm not married. I'm like, this is just the only class that would fit into my schedule. So that was nice. But there's a really, really cute guy in my class. He's really cute. It's a class of like 50 too. It's a huge class. But he's gorgeous. And I like him a lot. I don't know his name. That's a problem. But don't worry, Patrick Wilson, you're still in my heart. But it was frustrating because I posted earlier about how the guys, there's this long hallway that's called the Hall of Flags. It has flags from every country in it. And they sit there in the morning and watch as girls go by and loudly say the number that they give them on a scale of 1 to 10. Like I said, I got a good score, but still, it was very, we're not pieces of meat. I don't appreciate being rated. And this one girl started crying because they gave her a negative, and if I didn't have to go to class, I would have probably stopped and said something. And now I kind of feel bad that I didn't. But they only do it on the first day, so apparently. But it was sad, and it doesn't give me a lot of faith in the men in our school. And then there was this concert after my health class tonight, and that everyone went to, pretty much. And there was a lot of free food, and I ate a lot of cotton candy, and it was delicious. And I had a really delicious snow cone, and a really cute guy gave me it. It was adorable. And, yeah, that was my school day, and here is why this video was made. I get home, my apartment's a mess. A mess. I keep things clean. Like, if you could see my room, everything's clean, my bed is made, my floor is clean, my desk is organized. I'm a clean person. I obviously realize not everyone else is going to be like me. I get that, that's fine. I don't care what your room looks like. It can be a complete mess and you can see the floor and there could be like a closet to Narnia in your room. I don't care what your room looks like. But communal living space should be kept clean. And when I have to scrub off old food on the counter, it's drawing the line. I had to do her dishes. I cleaned out the microwave. I cleaned off the stove. I cleaned off spills off the floor. I cleaned the friggin' fridge. And get this, I'm cleaning, right? I'm cleaning up her mess. Because, one, I don't cook in the kitchen because I'm having a lot of trouble with this gluten-free thing, so I'm not eating properly. Anyway. And so none of this mess is mine. Not, like, a few bowls, but they're in the dishwasher. And, it's like, one, I'm not your mom, but second, anyway, she comes in, right, watching me clean, smiles, and goes to her room. Yeah. I'm cleaning up her mess, and that's what she does. And it's frustrating because she's always like that. She's always like that. And I don't like it. Also, she has this really beautiful upright piano that she plays that reverberates through the entire apartment. And she doesn't check to see if anyone's sleeping or if anyone's doing something. And she's very inconsiderate about it. And I don't like it. And she brings friends over and they spend the night. You're supposed to ask your roommates if that's okay. She never does. I don't really care, but still. And she's loud, and she's just very inconsiderate. And we haven't had our roommate meeting yet, but some things are going to be coming up, because I value sleep, and I value a clean apartment. And neither of which are happening right now. And I don't need to come home at 9:30 at night from a very long day at school, and come home to a freaking messy apartment. Not when I pay rent, not when I had to pay everything else. Communal living space should be kept clean. It's not that hard to put your dishes in the dishwasher. It's really not, I promise. Anyway, alright, so that was college day 1. Year 3. Ha! Hopefully tomorrow's better. I have to wake up in 6 hours. We had to move some things around in the living room, so I'm still up. But about to go to bed. Alright, well, please don't unfollow me because I'm not on. Actually, I don't really care if you do, but I really hope you don't. Because you're beautiful, and I love you all. And you reply and like my stuff, which is good. Alright, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna go to bed.